Hi there, I am Ayan Acharya. I am joined by my colleague Dhruva Prasad, and we are back this time to review day 4 of the 5th test between India and England from the Edgbaston cricket ground in Birmingham. First up, a quick recap. The day began with England bowling India out for 245, setting themselves what at the time, of course, looked like a daunting target of 378. But that's when Alex Lees and Zach Crawley walked out to open the batting and put on a century opening stand. There was a brief riposte from India right after tea when England lost 3 quick wickets. But, well, that was the only silver lining for the visitors, as Johnny Bairstow and Joe Root did what they do best, score runs, and plenty of them. And a 150-run stand has ensured that England are now just 119 runs away from what will be their highest successful run chase in Test cricket. So let's begin with the more minute details of the game, Dhruva. First of all, in the morning we saw England using the short ball tactic against the Indian batters and using it rather effectively. Your thoughts?
Yeah, out of the 7 wickets that India lost today, 5 of them fell to the short ball,
right.
Including Pujara and obviously Shreyas Iyer. It's like the most
obvious thing.
Yeah.
Fast bowlers across the world know he doesn't fancy the short ball.
Yeah.
So he expects it. The opposition captain knows that's the tactic they are going to use against him. So
yeah, and also Pujara, he played 2 beautiful back foot punches behind point for 4s, and then again fell playing that same shot.
Yeah.
And also the short ball ploy has not worked against the Indian tail, but today it did.
Correct.
With Shami, Bumrah and Shardul Thakur all getting a top edge on the pull.
Yeah.
So yeah, India lost 7 wickets for around 120 runs today.
Absolutely.
And 378, most would have thought that India shouldn't have much trouble defending it, but well, they did play baseball today.
Yeah, absolutely, they did, and the wicket helped them. Let's not forget that, because when India were batting, there was a lot of variable bounce. Shardul Thakur copped the worst of it. One ball reared off a length. I think it was Matthew Potts, the bowler. Yeah, it reared off back of the length and hit him on the helmet. And the very next ball, Shardul Thakur, expecting the ball to rise again, ducked only to be hit again on the grill. So yeah, there was a lot of variable bounce, but you did get the impression that the Indian players threw their wickets away, especially Pujara, who usually plays that backward punch really well but couldn't keep it down this time, and Shreyas Iyer really needs to work on that short ball problem of his, because he did keep them at bay, but even when he was pulling them, it was very evident that he wasn't at ease, and eventually he fell into that trap. But yeah, I mean, coming back to the wicket, what did you make of the conditions when England walked out to bat? Because the ball wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah, I think first of all, today was the first day where there was no rain interruption, so I think that would have played a role in the pitch flattening out. And I think they did take the heavy rollers, so I guess that would have also played a role. Also, right after England got into bat, the Indian bowlers were a little wayward, especially Bumrah. He was straying on the pads. Then in the 21st over, they had a change of ball. Then there was a brief period of silence from the batters. They scored 68 runs in 20 overs. But then again, towards the end of the day, they found their groove.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's also interesting is how many times this deep ball has been changed during the course of this test match. It's almost as if the captains from both sides know that there will sooner or later come a point when they will have to change the ball. So they're trying everything they can in their capacity to soften it so that it can't go through that hoop and they can change it. But that ploy didn't work for India. Well, the baseball was truly on display, and what brilliant batsmanship from both Root and Bairstow. And actually, I mean, come to think of it, it wasn't exactly baseball, was it? They didn't really go hammer and tongs at the Indian bowlers. It was a very calculated attack. Agreed, which was accentuated by the fact that the Indian bowlers looked pretty flat. There was a bit of turn. We saw Ravindra Jadeja use the negative line as well by bowling around the wicket, but Root and Bairstow didn't really have any problems. Well, what more can we really say? I mean, 378, as Dhruva correctly pointed out, on most days against most teams would be a daunting total, but given how England are playing at the moment, should be a walk in the park on day 5. But hey, it's Test cricket. Stranger things have happened. Just go ask Australia, and they'll tell you about Leeds. So on that note, this is Ayan Acharya signing off along with Dhruva Prasad. Thank you so much.